We're going to continue balancing chemical equations on Fusion, page 217, problem 10. It asks us to balance this chemical equation using the method that they showed us in the example. So let's start here. On my chalkboard, I'm going to put the unbalanced chemical equation. Can you tell that it's unbalanced by looking at it this way? Going to set up our T table. So we have a workspace for the products and a workspace for the reactants. And then we're going to do this step here. We're going to model. And again, instead of drawing the circles, we're going to model with just using the chemical formulas. So we have one hydrogen molecule, one oxygen molecule, and one water molecule, H2O. Do you remember what the next step was? Write the unbalanced equation, model it, and then count. We're going to count now. So over here, we're going to set it up to do our counts. Let's see how many atoms of hydrogen there are. 2. The subscript tells us that there are 2 hydrogens. How about the oxygens? Can you guess? Yep, a 2. And how about for water? How many hydrogens and how many oxygens? You got it. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Now, the next step is to try to balance it. So, how are we going to balance this? We see there's 4 atoms on the left, only 3 on the right. We don't have enough oxygen on this side to balance the oxygen on this side. Let's add another oxygen. But do you remember the rule? You can't just add an oxygen here. The only thing you're allowed to add are the things that are in the original unbalanced equation. I could add hydrogen molecule, I could add oxygen molecule, and I can add water molecule. But I can't add just a single O for one oxygen. So if I want more oxygen on this side, I have to add a whole water molecule. Now I've added an oxygen, but I've also added some hydrogen. So we'll adjust our numbers. Now we have 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. Total of 6 atoms on this side. Only 4 on this side. How can it be fixed? If I have 4 hydrogen on this side, only 2 on this side, well, I can add more hydrogen molecules. And when I do that, my numbers change. And I have 4 hydrogens, 2 oxygen on this side, 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen on this side. To put our coefficients in, we count how many molecules, not how many atoms now. The coefficient tells how many molecules. How many hydrogen molecules? 1, 2. How many oxygen molecules? Just 1. How many water molecules? 1, 2. So there's our balanced equation. Do we need the 1? We don't really need it. So let's go ahead and fill in what it would look like on your worksheet. So here we would have had to put in our counts for the original unbalanced equation. So there were originally 2 hydrogen, 2 oxygen on the left, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen on the right. Then they wanted us to figure out what the balanced equation would be. We had to add another water molecule to balance the oxygen, And then as a result of the addition of the hydrogen, we have to add another hydrogen molecule here. So our counts become 4, 2, 4, 2. And then lastly, filling in our coefficients, 2, 1, 2. So that's what your worksheet should look like.